Dear devotees and friends, sincere seekers, we're here to share something of the message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu received through the Sampradaya, headed in the modern age by Prabhupada and Srila Govinda Maharaj. And a big ki jai, all glories to all of our masters. So Om Agyana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Anmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. And to all of the devotees, Vancha Kalpa Turubhyascha Kripa Sindubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. So today is a new day here where I am in Villa Govinda Ashram in Italy and in basically all of Europe. Then now is the start of a day. And it's another opportunity to appreciate the life that we have as a human in this world, but the life that we have in connection with the message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which in all time, during the day of Brahma, in all place during this day of Brahma, is the most auspicious time for us, especially outside of India, to capture the current, to be connected in the current of joy, love, affection, Krishna Prema, that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to distribute. Love of God in very simple terms. And who is God? Who is God in his original form? The whole of the Vedas, the authorized scriptures from thousands of years ago, written in tens of thousands of verses of Sanskrit for our benefit in this age, recorded in black and white, not just some cave paintings from thousands of years ago, but the advice of the great sages and thinkers, given to the world and now available in the Western world for the last 50 or 60 years. So this is a very auspicious time because the world has communication, the world can readily access to Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Upadeshamritam, which have been given to us through the medium of the Sampradaya. And we have this wonderful opportunity to see that there is a great wealth of knowledge about where we live, about what is the best destination and how to go. So yes, the vast number of verses written in Sanskrit, in Bengali, in Tamil, in different languages, but so many verses from ancient times and the more, we could say, less ancient times, which have come to us for our guidance. So what is the essence of all of that guidance? And Srila Guru Maharaj has graciously, so Srila Guru Maharaj, indicating Srila Bhakti Rockok, Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj, my Guru Maharaj, and the Guru Maharaj for the whole of our Chaitanya Sarasat Math. Srila Guru Maharaj, he has very kindly given us the very essence, the very gist of what is the message of the Vedas, like distilling something which is like broad and distilling it down to the very necessity. And so Guru Maharaj explains that the gist of all slokas, the gist of all these tens or even hundreds of thousands, indeed hundreds of thousands of Sanskrit verses, of the essence of what is given by the sages of the past, those sincere researchers, if you like, the researchers of truth, what is the essence that is all given within Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Siksastakam, 8 prayers, 8 verses, which are coming to show us the very necessity of our life, the necessity of our mood, and how to make our life successful. So the very first verse, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, we hear from Guru Maharaj Gurudev, the Srila Saraswati Thakur, he stressed that we should always be presenting this recognition and appreciation for the holy name of the Lord, of Siksastakam. This first verse is Cheto Dapana Marjanam Bhava Mahadavagni Nirvapanam Shaya Kairavya Chandrika Vitaranam Vidya Vadhu Jivanam Anandam Buddhi Vadanam Prati Parang Punamrita Shvadanam Savatmasnapanam Parang Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. And just brief mention here from Srila Govinda Maharaj, that he's describing, he's explaining the verse. We won't go through the whole verse, it's a little bit long, but we want to come to the crux of what our message is today in our few minutes together. And that is Gurudev. So here Srila Gurudev, Srila Govinda Maharaj is saying that the Cheto Dapana Marjanam, the first words of this shloka, Cheto Dapana Marjanam, that is the full clean position of the jiva, the living entity, you and I. The mind, the consciousness is being fully cleansed by the performance of Nama Sankirtan, the full glorification of the name. But cleanliness, purity on its own is not sufficient. When you are cleaning something, all the dirt that will come out as a result, you will have to do something with that. The dirty things, that is our mundane wealth, our mundane conceptions, all our evil tendencies. What will you do with them? Bhava Mahadavagni Nirvapanam. You make a fire there, and that fire of Nama Sankirtan will burn all those things to ashes. First you will clean your house, and then you will burn all the filth accumulated there. And then in its place you will need to establish something good. Shreya Kairavya Chandrika Vitaranam Vidya Vadhu Jivanam. You can start a new life from there, and you will see the nectarian ray of Krishna Nam bestowing grace upon your head. That is the service of Sri Krishna in Madhura Rasa. Then Srila Gurudev saying, sometimes I think this one shloka is sufficient. There we find Chaitanya, Advaita, and Nityananda. So, okay, I am going to read a little bit more. When Sri Chaitanya appears in our heart, then all that is Chaitanya flees from there, the opposite of Chaitanya, the ignorance. Yes, okay, ignorance will do. Then Sri Advaita, the feeling of Soham, which means Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and I am a part of him. And Nityananda, ecstasy, nectar, everything. Through the chanting of Harinam, the non-different form of Krishna, then the pastimes of Krishna will play in my heart. And then Gurudev is repeating this Shreya Kairavya Chandrika Vitaranam. He's saying, Siksastakam is the gist of all shlokas. And in this first shloka, we can see that everything is contained there. The living conception of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Who has the eyes, he can see. Ajnana Timirandasya. This is the main thing that we need. Through love and hankering, and through the mercy of Krishna, you can reach the service plane of Krishna. And now I just have to do a little copy and paste because I'm reading a little bit more than I expected to. Okay, so just two more sentences. It is hard to leave the plane of exploitation, and the plane of renunciation is very harsh without the mercy of Krishna. But dedication, the plane of reality, can clean us. It can give us a higher, authentic position in the transcendental world. This is the plane of dedication. So very beautiful things. Srila Guru Maharaj telling us that the whole essence is of all knowledge, practice, what we should be doing, the essence of knowledge in the Veda is given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Siksastakam. And here Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Govinda Maharaj is telling us that the gist of all slokas is Siksastakam. Siksastakam is the gist of all slokas. And this first verse of Siksastakam, Srila Gurudev is saying that sometimes I think that this one shloka is sufficient. So today is a new day. It's a day that we can appreciate what we have, but also try to make every day, make today a new day, that we will make this fire, get all the dirty things, put them in the fire, chant the holy names of the Lord to burn up all of those things that have been left from behind, and start with a clean heart, start with making our consciousness of dedication, our heart a landing place for the Lord to come, where it is fit for him to come, so that I may nicely serve him and engage in service from the heart with love and affection. Again, everywhere we're coming to this theme of love and affection, sweetness, all these things. And this is being delivered to us by the loving, affectionate glance of Srila Guru Maharaj and Srila Gurudev. And here is the focus for our life, the teachings of Mahaprabhu through the pure devotees who have come to give us our greatest fortune. So on this new day, some emphasis, big or little, but some emphasis, that not to neglect Siksastakam, 8 verses, not to neglect the first verse, the second verse, third verse, or any of the verses. But these verses, they're coming as our very nourishment of the whole of the Vedas for our practical application. And then, of course, after the first verse comes a second verse, yes. But the second verse, which is where Mahaprabhu is explaining that everything has been given to us from Krishna's side, from the upper world. Is it so far we are still trying to properly receive that, appreciate that, get a taste for that, and come to that loving land, the land where we will come to find the sweetness of the dedication. And the holy name of the Lord is the very means by which Krishna has come to us in this world, especially in this age of Kali Yuga. So the second verse is saying, Krishna, through your name you've made everything accessible and easy. You've put that most potent medicine and that most potent nourishment within the holy name. But I'm very unfortunate. I'm not properly able to catch that, to appreciate that, and to taste that. And then the third verse that Guru Maharaj and Gurudev tell, this is the process that Mahaprabhu has given us, how to chant the holy name with humility, with tolerance, giving honor to all others, and not wanting honor for oneself. In this way, we can constantly chant the name of the Lord. And remember, it is this name of the Lord which is essential in Kali Yuga. There is no other way, no other way, no other way than to chant the names of the Lord, chant the names of the Lord, chant the names of the Lord in Kali Yuga. And here we are getting from the Lord himself as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his guidance, his inspiration to show us the power of the holy name, to show us the mood in which we should be chanting the holy name, and then presently, step by step, to show us that the highest plane of the deepest love for the Lord will be invoked within the fortunate heart if we can chant the holy name without offense and in the proper serviceful mood. So, a new day today. Let us come back, revisit Siksastakam, and we're encouraging each other, not only one group or another group, but we're encouraging each other to try in these weeks, last week, the week before, this week, to chant the 8 verses of the first 8 verses of Upadeshamritam, in particular the first 8 verses, to prepare ourselves for the next verses. But these 8 verses also of Siksastakam. It only takes a few minutes of time to read these verses, to read the translations of the verses. And if we can weld these conceptions, this understanding to our heart, make our heart one with the verses, or the verses one with our heart, then may our prospect in life be fulfilled. Because what is our human life for? It's for getting good guidance to take us into the most beautiful land of Goloka Vrindavan, where the descriptions are given in Srimad Bhagavatam, Brahma Samhita, and other places, of such a wonderful land, more than we can ever imagine about, a heavenly plane. And this heavenly plane, that is the land where Krishna, the Lord, is at the center. And love, charm, beauty, we have to come to try to appreciate that within this world, and have fair dealings with each other, fair dealings of giving honor to each other, not seeing any fault anywhere, especially in the devotees, except to see fault in ourselves and correct that. Many tips we're going to get along the way, but the very essence is coming through Siksastakam, the very essence is coming from Upadeshamritam. And both of these are the message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, with these thoughts, the very gist of all slokas is given in 8 verses of Siksastakam. And of these, this very first verse, emphasized by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Here we see, emphasized by Srila Bhakti Sunda Govinda Goswami Maharaj, emphasized by Srila Guru Maharaj, by all. So with such emphasis, we owe it to ourselves. Let us try to live the life which is guided to us by our grand guardians, means Mahaprabhu, the original guardians, and our close guardians, the parampara of their pure devotees who've come to this world. Cheto dapana marjanam bhava mahadavagni nirvapana ... Savatma snappanam parang vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. Let us engage in the chanting of the holy names of the Lord with affection, without offense, with service mood, with the devotees, with humility, tolerance, and giving honor to others. May our Gurudevs be pleased that we at least try to express these things, and we may try to practice them too. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being with us. Let us try together. If I know others are trying to recite these verses this week, then it makes it easier also for us here, and then we can also share and feel that in the temple here in Villa Govinda Ashram, we are not alone in reciting regularly the Siksastakam prayers and the Upadeshamritam prayers. Hare Krishna, Jai Shriman Mahaprabhu ki Jai, Shri Siksastakam ki Jai, and Jai Shri Rupa Goswami ki Jai, Jai Shri Upadeshamritam ki Jai, and Jai Shri Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Sunda Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai, Jai Shri Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rock Sri Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai, Jai Shri Rupanug Guru Vaga ki Jai, and appreciation to all of you who are listening and who may, we hope, feel some enthusiasm, some encouragement to keep in Krishna consciousness, nourished by the gift that's been given by our masters. Nitai Gaur Premanandi. Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.